They're isolating China with tariffs and embargoes and so on and so forth. But guess what? Now they're trying more and more and more. But guess what happened last week on the news?
Last week,
Donald Trump came live and said, and I will quote, and you can
somebody start by you already doing it, but we'll continue. Him say that's actually incorrect, but we'll continue till let's go.
Trump said, when the U.S. loses its acknowledgement of being the international trading currency, the U.S. will become a third world country.
Wow! So him said that. What you said to me?
And
so quick.
And me being in Canada, he says U.S., but it's like North America, and it is including the non-BRICS countries like France, UK,
right. Somebody says only 40 countries, so I don't need to get the heart attack. Somebody said about 40 countries so far. We're really in it, I guess.
What did I say? I said there's countries into it. There's countries in the process.
No, we know the logic. We don't get so technical.
That signal their interest.
Khalid, we just talk, Khalid. We just talk. We don't get so technical.
So it is a growing movement.
My question, sorry to cut you, but you said it's not a dollar, so explain exactly. US will at most slip to second process. You said it's not a dollar. Explain what it is, because in my head,
Okay, in the BRICS alliance, what happens is let's say Jamaica is into BRICS, right? So
I don't know.
If Jamaica wants to buy, let's say, gold from Uganda. Now both countries are their BRICS members, so Jamaica can pay the transaction directly to the seller in any currency that is within the BRICS alliance.
One BRICS is $55. None can go so. Can you buy BRICS?
You cannot buy BRICS. BRICS is a transactional form. It's when it's a trading currency, so you can pay because before when Jamaica was buying something, let's say from the UK, they would have to pay in Jamaican dollars. That would be transferred into US dollars and then transferred in the final country's currency. So every country used to pay, currency exchange twice. But now with BRICS, you don't lose money. Like, let's say Jamaica wants to buy something from Iran.
They said Jamaica don't have
Russian money.
They said Jamaica not on that BRICS link up thing yet still, so Jamaica in trouble.
Jamaica is lined up to join BRICS.
It's one of the people that might do it.
Yeah, and even look at the last meeting they had last week in Russia. Even the UN Secretary General was there.
Mm-hmm.
So this is very important.
Big things.
So I believe this will be very influential to international politics in a few years to come.
Well, somebody said one BRICS is $55. They value it already, everything in place already. I said powerful. I'm not sure whether.
I was listening to an economist on Friday that confirmed that you cannot buy BRICS like you can buy Bitcoin, like you can buy British pounds or Jamaican dollars. You cannot actually buy BRICS. It's not a currency.
Okay. All right. So if you invested, how do you invest in that knowing that it's going to kick off soon? What do you buy? Gold?
Like I said, BRICS is not a currency.
Not a currency.
Let me give you an example about gold now.
Yeah.
If you go down to, I will say maybe March, it was still called March or April.
Right.
The price that I paid for an ounce of pure gold was 2,300 Canadian.
For an ounce of
an ounce, 2,300.
Where is it?
Now my per ounce, it is worth 3,007 Canadian.
Oh shoot! If you buy gold a long time, it's nice.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, you have to keep on buying gold. Buy an ounce.
Oh, so okay, man. I say yeah.
Because it always keeps on getting value.
The world reserve, the petro dollars, US won't be moved by this. The key is once the US remains the world reserve currency, the red the US won't be moved by this. Big up US dollar long time. US, I don't know, joke things still, you know, but you know, it's just funny that they use that money to just deal with different countries rough. Like if you not deal with us, we not bust you, and now some man has strengthened up themselves. So I look at trouble like that still. And I look at trouble like that. Yeah, it's, I'm not gonna say it's simple, it's bossy, cause the other day that when Russia and they, what my people them name about this, when I'm trying to get back, tell them those sell, give it the land. What them name? The war that the first war. What's his name?
The first war?
Yeah, between Russia and Piskimsi, whatever his name. That Russia and the
in Ukraine.
Ukraine. America decided to say, all right, we're gonna lock off some Russian money where we control, so Russia don't have so much power. I think that was a wrong move. You understand? Because Russia just decided to say, all right, we link up and just deal with money different. That's where it came from. The whole Brics thing in my head. You can't tell people wrong.
Oh no, because you see, listen, when like my wife and I has been in Dubai for 17 years. We came back 2 years ago.
Manners.
So when I was in Dubai, I was involved in trading as well. And you see, there was an embargo put onto Iran for selling their oil. So so there was the USA put an embargo on Iran's oil. However, the USA used to buy the Irani oil in port in the UAE. So the oil leaves from the port of Iran, they come to the port of Fujairah or Dubai, change the manifest, and it continues to America.
Okay.
So when America puts an embargo, they never limit their benefits to it. They only limit the benefits of other countries. Look, America can buy oil from Venezuela, but nobody else can.
Yeah.
So it's all politics.
That's where I was going, politics.
Go back to gold now, okay? Canada used to have reserves of gold. We have none anymore. Zero gold reserves in Canada. So our money is flypaper.
What do you mean? You use up the gold that the oil that you had?
No, the Canadian, before 1982,
yeah,
every dollar in circulation had to be equivalent to the resources in the vaults.
Back in the days, go on talk. All right, yeah.
So now in 1982, the US president abolished the note on a dollar. The dollar used to have a note saying payable to the legal tender.
Right. So the dollar had no backative from 82?
Yeah, from 82 on, there's no backative to it.
Manners.
So it is what we call fly paper. Because if you look from a legal standpoint, $100 US has no value. Legal value.
Manners, yeah.
There's an agreed upon value from international markets, an agreed upon value, but not a legal value.
Right. Give us a second to call it. Someone wants Malu. Okay, you myself. Say new to the place. Okay, you are going. Malu. Yes, Chief.
Yeah, greetings. I hear you talking about the Brics.
Yes, Khalid talking about the Brics. Tell me what you know now. Give us some information about the Brics.
But before we even talk about the Brics, you know what is so surprising? That we hear nothing about the Brics in Jamaica media.
That's kind of, yes. Big time. True.
We hear nothing about the Brics in Jamaica media. It is a thing that has so much significance in terms of economic reform in the world order. And you hear nothing about it. It's as if Jamaica media are tied to the Western media that is trying to block the Brics exposure in the West.
Khalid, what do you think about that argument?
Well, I have to big up Omalu for even having the balls, the guts to come up and say
what he thinks is happening.
The media, like Omalu, big up, man, big up, because he's so right.
Yeah, I don't hear about it.
The Western media, look here, the Western media is at the forefront of the manipulation, because I want to explain one thing that will make it make sense now. when you say that the governments are making policies, within the policies of the government, the media is an intricate part of the policy formatting process. And to secure the policies, you have the police, Babylon. So Babylon, the police will protect the media because the media are an intricate part of the policies. So now look at the media, for example. Any media is owned by the Rothschild Group, the Gutenberg Group. So anything they say, like now, if you go on the news in America or in Jamaica, for example, no news will talk about how Palestine is being attacked. They will say they're the terrorists. But guess what now? If Palestine being the small country compared to Israel, and they're the terrorists. But now Ukraine, which is a small country against Russia, people have, oh, poor Ukrainians. Oh my goodness. But yet it's a double standard based upon the repercussion of the media's representation of the realistic situation. So Amalu's totally right. The media controlled the narrative.
Media controls the narrative. Does that go to Omalo?
And let me say this, because it is very interesting, and we have to understand these things as to understand where the world is positioned and where we are going. And we here in Jamaica have to understand geoeconomic policies and where our government is leaning. We have to know where our government is leaning. Is our government leaning still towards the West? And we have to understand the West financial system is an extractive system. The West have never done business in the world without extracting from the world. The West success is always slavery, colonialism, and when they come to give us independence, they have small countries sign a lot of treaties, which were economic treaties, which take away their independence and have them extracting from them same way. So when something like the Brics came along, and the Brics is now giving small countries like Jamaica, developing countries, an opportunity to do business in their own currency, because one of the stranglehold is that what the US have over other countries is that the US dollar operates like gold. You see, the US dollar operate like gold. So if you don't have gold, you cannot buy your imports. If you're not making US dollar, you cannot buy your imports. But only the US and its allies have the opportunity to do business in their own money. All other countries has to use the US dollar to do business. And the US dollar, when the US dollar operate like gold, it doesn't give a country the flexibility to say expand their economy in the way how the US and the G7 can expand their economy by printing money. So this do a stifle all and countries like Jamaica. So now the Brics is saying, we will trade in your currency. We will do business in your currency, so that now ease the pressure of inflation and all other things. And the Jamaican currency is the Jamaican join this union. But what we are seeing Jamaica is doing is that Jamaica is backing the US policies and is betting on the US. But I think this is a big mistake, because what the Jamaica is doing is thinking about, just like when it was the Cold War, when you had the communists and capitalists. This is not a communist and capitalist thing. This is not an ideological war. This is an economic challenge in the world, where America is now feeling this challenge from China, a growing economy that doesn't want to be at the bottom, where they are just a manufacturing cheap goods. They want they want to be where the Americans are using technology as a rent to take away from other people. They would rent us the technologies, we would pay rent on it because we don't develop it. So China don't want to be that no more. China want to develop technology, and America is against that. And that is causing a problem in the world.
A man said to cause war if the Caribbean break away from the USA.
You see, it is not about. You must look at this, yeah?
1 second, Diego. Give 1 second, Diego.
We must look at this. It's not that we say we want to break away. You must know how to navigate. Small countries must know how to navigate and be diplomatic in their navigation. Just like small countries like Singapore and these. You show a sense of neutrality, but you open up your economy in ways where you're saying we are supporting most of your economic policies that you have over there. That means you can't say that we are a closed economy and we are not doing certain things that you are not supporting. Because one of the things they can't say China is trying to push communism on nobody. What they say China is doing is beating them economically, overproducing. So really, it's about economics. So once you can make America or the Western world feel like you are not trying to change ideologically, you're not trying to change democracy, you're not trying to change free market, you can know how to navigate. And that is where it comes in, where you have a good leader that know how to balance when they are in these big spaces.
Omalo, give me a second. Man has a respect. There you go, Dan. Where does it? There you go.
Yeah, BG.
What?
Yeah, man.
Where does say about the city with the Brics?
He does said to the general, say, we always must say a truth. And that is something me and preach about from TikTok from day one. But the reason why it now going to happen is because of the political difference what go on in the country.
What do you mean now going to happen? What do you mean?
It can't happen, VG. The Jamaica Labour Party is more, I don't want to use the wrong word. But
so what's your words? What's your words?
Yeah.
They are more aligned to the Washington consensus institutions.
So right now it's impossible, even if it have a benefit we, and it eventually that benefit we stand for our own. But because of the American influence and bridging, as far as me see it, them that look on China as this deterrent, but China are probably one of the best things we ever happen in a third world country to make them look like somebody, because the so-called people them like the US them and the Europeans them now help me like how China help we. And although it's a loan, we don't love to take the loan from US. We don't love to take the
China
loan from
is
UK.
the best thing. 1 minute. China is the best thing that ever happened to the world in this time, in this period, in the 20. It is the thing that gives all other nations an opportunity to come from underneath the colonial rule.
You see, guys, if I may interject for a second here, because you're all Jamaicans here, I'm half Jamaican, but look at I will only ask you a question, okay, BG?
Yeah.
Just try to estimate the percentage of annual Chinese import in Jamaica compared to the US imports to Jamaica.
Oh, right. No, yeah. China has a lot of imports, right? No, yeah,
Exactly.
China. Yes.
75% of our import come from China.
China, yeah, different times, yeah.
And you see, like now, we talk about politics, right?
That's why we are wrong. We are wrong.
When we talk about communism, okay,
Yeah.
the Communist Party. I know.
RJ, come in the box.
People might not understand, but if anybody wants to research the founder of communism, they will not find them to be in China or in Russia. That used to call Prussia. Okay, communist ideology came from America. You understand?
You sure? Or it came from Europe, from Marxism.
Yeah, but they studied in America. It was born in a American university.
Someone just said how US tricked us is that you have to use US money to import all those Chinese stuff. So it's still RJ in the box. Where does RJ?
Yeah, so I'm saying, but one thing There are several things wrong with America, but I'm a little bit cautious. Let me tell you why. I don't know what America might evolve into, and at the same time, which might be worse than what it is now. So that's a danger.
Wow.
But secondly, you don't want to replace a pit bull with a tiger, so you have to be careful. You understand what I'm saying? But what a lot of people don't realize, which is where US actually wins, the number one export of the United States economy is the US dollar itself. Because even though you're buying goods from China, India, and other countries, you have to buy a lot of those goods in US dollars.
Yeah, same way.
And
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
The thing is so obvious but so hidden. I don't know if somebody can deceive you in like broad daylight, but that's what it is.
So
Because
RJ,
everything
you think
buy,
Brics?
you have to buy in US dollar.
You think US plan Jamaica plan to deal with Brics? Fit themselves to the Brics system?
Honestly, right now, I think Brics kind of bigger than Jamaica.
Jamaica money too small? What I mean?
We think the Brics discussion kind of bigger than Jamaica right now. Meaning, I don't think Jamaica understand the gravity of what are going on. And sometimes, if you understand when Fowler fight, sometimes if you know you're cockroaching and just kind of easy and what.
Left it.
RJ.
Left it.
RJ, hold on the
Yeah.
RJ. Where you see a while ago, you see? It's the only way, and there's truth to your argument, but it's the only way we stand successful in joining Brics. If we stand together as a nation and don't make America improve and try to mash it up. Because there is a way, where we can join Brics and it's fruitful for the country.
Him say leave it alone. Him say leave it alone for now.
Sometimes you just kind of observe things a little. You don't have to say agree. You don't have to say disagree. But I know every argument Jamaica for run up. You get what I'm saying?
Khalid, what do you think about that, Khalid?
Okay. Thank you.
You know what we not highlight?
Digger.
Highlight as a Britain. Yeah,
Yeah.
but not give him a chance to talk. But you know what we not highlight, Britain? We not highlight how America mash up a country.
We not shoot this yet, Digger. We're trying to deal with it. We're not going to say yet.
Yeah,
Hold
but
on, Digger.
eventually after reach the Virgin.
Yeah, we're going to reach us. We're going to reach us in the conversation.
Yeah, you know, yeah.
Maybe we want to talk about Brics. Because we have a whole heap of things to talk about this international thing.
Manners. Khalid, what does it?
Okay, if you see, we talk about the U.S. currency, right?
Right.
But if I may bluntly offer some new knowledge, back in the mid 20th century, like 1950, 1960.
Yeah.
Jewish companies like the Rothschild, Rothbergers, and so on and so forth came to the government and said, listen, why do you spend money on printing money? Just stop printing money. We will print the money and we will rent it to you. So that took place when they created the US Federal Reserve. Now, the Jews first initially started to print the money and rent it to the US government or the US alliance back in those days. And now
Be careful with tax. TikTok, we lack of VG, lack of food.
No, but guess what now?
Be careful.
When we know who owns the money, we well know, without specifying any group or backgrounds, why the US cannot just bluntly join Brics. Because they have to really be careful, because there's people who have, incentives in having the currency survive. But like Trump said on this past week, the day that the US loses is position as being the world trading currency, they will become a third world country. So guess what now? Their back is against the wall.
That's a serious argument, Khalid. Every time you say it, I think about what you said, A big argument, Oh, Malo, you think Jamaica supposed to be talking about Brics? You think we're ready for it? What do you think?
But it is natural. You see, that is what I'm saying. We supposed to, what we supposed to do is know how to be almost, look at India. India keep a sense of neutrality. a lot of countries, they try to be neutral in their stance. And what they do is try to go through the diplomatic waters by not just taking side. Yeah, you have to know how to, as leaders, you have to know how to deal with America. You have to know how to deal with it. America is still the giant on the block. Yeah, and America money is being used as the trading tool of the world right at this moment. There's gonna be a shift. Nothing lasts forever. And we have to understand England was in the position that America is in right at this moment. And England become lose their status in the world as the preferential currency. You find that America is not producing nothing really. America is not making nothing. All America is doing is moving around paper. America have the vultures, Wall Street, sucking everything out of American economy and turn it back over into papers. And that is all where it seems like they're doing something. And that is why you have a lot of people are so disenfranchised and upset in America and supporting Donald Trump, and a lot of people thinking that they are racist. But it's the disenfranchisement that is going on in America, where a lot of companies have left America because they can't do business in America no more because it is too expensive. China is the growing power and industrial nation. All nation becomes rich by exporting. The industrial revolution in Europe, the Americans' industrial revolution, and now the Chinese revolution. We have to know as a country how to balance this. We have to know how to do business with China and at the same time doing business with America and not upsetting each other. We can't just say we are going to stay here in the West under the extractive policies of the Washington Consensus and not go to China to get cheap money to do business in our country.
Manners.
Yes. One thing we have to mention as well is about the same time that Brics came into existence, that's when the US government started to invest in digital currency, in cryptocurrency. The US is buying millions and billions of cryptocurrency because they know if something goes down, they have a backup, which is crypto.
But that's exactly why I'm saying, you don't want to replace a pit bull with a tiger. I have a problem with centralized like digital currencies now. I'm gonna tell you why. Like last year we had a look at certain countries. And you see in Europe, the European Central Bank is talking about developing their own digital currency because people are trading digital currencies on the market. And you know the problem with that, VG?
Yeah.
A man can stay in a room and push a button and lock off your wallet. Now they can already do that, you know. But this going to push it to an entirely new level. That's why I'm saying sometimes things are bad.
So just accept it as what it is. Don't complain. Don't say nothing.
Don't be. What I'm saying is that when changes are occurring, to me it is more important that you watch and learn before you make any big commitment. Because what I'm saying is you can replace a pit bull with a tiger, and you have to be very careful of that. You get what I'm saying?
That's why you better watch your vote for make sure you know what go on.
So the Brics thing, man, say, yo, watch. Just sit down, take out a pen and paper, make your notes and watch. Don't quick for say yes or no.
I have been watching Brics. I just start get afraid of US dollar. I don't know nothing about what go on. Khalid says not a dollar, so don't stress yourself. I just getting nervous about the change because US going to lose power or has lost power or is losing power because of what's going on with Brics. Oh my lord, unmute your mic because you're making noise. If you want to say something, unmute it here. Manas. Khalid, what are you saying? Digga, yeah.
I really want people to understand. I want people to understand that I say again, Brics is not a currency. It's a trading platform. You see, BG?
Yeah.
With Brics again, if Jamaica is buying something from, let's say, a Brics member, they don't have to pay them directly. They can also barter with another country that owes them money. So, okay, I'm going to buy this, but you pay them because you owe me money. So it's a neutral trading platform.
Just a minute. Brics is a payment system.
Yeah.
Brics will be a payment system.
Right.
Away from, not a currency, but by which countries can pay for their imports and export through this payment system. Just like how you would use the SWIFT payment system to pay for your transition. That's all Brics is. It's not a money or anything like that. It's
okay.
Business internationally.
Okay.
That is why they're saying that each country at this moment could use their currency. And if they're lending money, the BRICS Development Bank, if they're lending money to their countries that they are partner with, they lend them like 30% of money in their currency. And then they could put up a basket of other goods.
VG, watch now. I'm not sure the clear and apparent danger, which sometimes things are hidden in the open. See?
Yeah.
Just follow the natural logical process now. Let's say 200 countries decide to join BRICS, right, and replace it with the SWIFT system. And every day, all these countries are trading goods and services with one another. You realize that eventually it's going to get to a point that they're going to need a common language by which all of them can trade. It is going to be a new world reserve currency. You follow what I'm saying? Because as
you are home alone, figure it out. Go on.
Right now, BRICS is an alliance of less than 50 countries. You understand? Right. It's not a bag of countries in BRICS right now. Right. So it sounds like, yeah, man, we don't have to buy USD. We can directly trade with each other in our own currencies.
Right.
But I'm saying, is not trying to get rid of the USD. BRICS is not trying to do that.
Just me finish now.
Nobody up here.
Okay. What I'm saying, if this thing, let's say this thing were to naturally evolve and everybody jump on, eventually you're gonna need a currency that is a language that everybody talk, which is gonna evolve in a new world currency, a replacer of the US dollar.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what I'm saying. You have a pit bull that you're fighting now. Be careful. You don't want to get wrestled with a tiger.
Hold on.
All of the red flags them where you put up, all of the red flags them RJ put up, is what majority of the upper class of Jamaicans who have alignment with the US are trying to put up a language barrier and all sort of madness. Bridging. From in the 80s, VG, Michael Manley and other powerful leaders say you're watching a Jamaica can stand on its own with the resources where it have. Right? We are no country in a war in a VG. Name me a country where Jamaica and them in a war.
I don't think we reach that point there yet.
No, me not misunderstand nothing, Bridget.
Me hear where there. Yes.
Hello?
No, me just say VG.
Yes.
When it comes on into trading, right? And the US dollar, we have seen over the years and decades how US manipulate with because we have to rely upon it. They don't want us to become self-reliant. A part of BRICS mandate overall, as far as me see, is the countries who become self-reliant and can fend for themselves, but they stand up on their own 2 foot without anybody having use them. BRICS give a country a level of freedom where everybody can see, because we can see based on experience over the years, America do with the power them have. You understand what I say? Them gain a lot from countries that depend on them. Now when BRICS with BRICS initiative in terms of which part countries are stand on them own and use them resources to fight for themselves and make them country better, it's a deterrent to America and them are gonna lose power and ground.
What RJ says still, but I make Khalid talk next still, but what RJ is saying is that watch how you deal with that thing. Okay, come like say you can't get yourself in trouble. What is a tiger and who?
What I'm saying is that the natural evolution of the thing, if it naturally evolves and goes where everybody wants it to go, what you're gonna find is you're gonna have a new world reserve currency.
Man, but don't use the badness. Mama just say that. Me do it my way. Nobody bad, no rush it. Try be diplomatic. Khalid.
What's on a VG?
Oh, let
me go Khalid a little bit there. But here me as a VG.
Yeah.
Too often times, Jamaica behave too passive in terms of I could see what go on.
There you go.
Like we
never the same track, but a man has said Jamaica that's trending for chat tough. We don't have a box, you know. We can shut your peas, you know. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's easy. I make it do it or do. Don't bad it up. Do it like diplomatically.
Yeah, Diga, follow me, say. You remember a big guy named...
Yeah, but if I let go Khalid, you know, so we don't do you and Diga.
Khalid, go on.
Yeah, go on, let go Khalid, you're my try, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
I want to say big up to Icebox, because Icebox said 30% of the brick currency is backed by gold, and 60% is backed by the country's currency. However, Brics Alliance controls 62% of the world petrol reserves. The crude oil.
Yes, okay.
Brics has 62% as we speak. They're in control of 62% of the oil reserve. So that makes a big impact. And like, Omanu and Diego and RJ, they talk about Jamaica having to be diplomatic. I understand because it's a small country. But I want to raise the subject of Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso is a very small country.
Badness.
Okay. Captain, Ibrahim Traoré, who now toppled this country of corruption leadership, took over the country in a coup, is now leading his country in progression. He just bought public transport heavy equipment. And most importantly, Captain Traoré was the leading welcome invitee at the Brics Summit in Russia last week. Okay? Because he was a small country like Jamaica. However, in terms of diplomacy, he displayed the utmost level of smartness because he created ultimate alliances with small, medium, and large countries. So now, any help he needs, like now, for example, Ibrahim Traoré in Burkina Faso had 9 attempts on his life as we speak. Now he has the top private soldiers from Russia, from Iran, and from China, offering him private security around the clock. Because we also know that some people can be purchased in your country,
Easily, yep.
However, just to tell you also, in Burkina Faso, what he did now is he kicked out all the international companies that were dealing with gold, and he now created the first oil refinery owned and created by Africans in Burkina Faso. So I lift up my head to this young man who's only 35 years old. Big up. I want to remind Diego, Omalu, and RJ that Jamaica is now a puppy of America. But once
a what? Puppet?
A puppy. Yeah, a puppy.
A puppy.
Because they cannot talk loud because of
That's what RJ said.
However, we cannot look at Brics Alliance as a dragon because they only want to empower small countries to be at a unilateral level of trading ability.
That's what Diego said, sure.
Yeah, so exactly what they say. But what I'm saying is, you see, we cannot see, our little Jamaica as being unable to grow. Jamaica has the power to grow. We are only limited by our two-party system. And I will leave it at that.
Yeah, but you said by African brethren mash up corruption, Hold on, Diego. Hold on. No, but hold on. You don't even so can big him up. Come on here, Omalu was like a long time we chat around him. The more see if he want to run.
Yeah,
Omalu, yes, King.
You see, one of the things we will love about Burkina Faso, is the things that they are doing. But we also have to understand geopolitical. We have to understand the demographics, where they are located, different from where Jamaica is located. We also have to understand their resources in their country versus the resources we have here in our country. Yeah.
True.
So that is what these are things when we say navigate. Navigate, you're amongst the big ship out in the water, and you're a small canoe. You have to know where to position your ship that the water don't sink your little canoe. Yeah. So Jamaica has to really play its role in I would say, be as neutral as possible, but push be an open economy in a way where America cannot use that you are not, because America's biggest fight against country is if you are not a capitalist country or a democratic country. This is where they say they want to punish you. Part of the Brics, or we don't have to join the Brics, but we can be a member of the alliance where we can trade on the block, because you don't have to be a member, you know, to trade with the Brics country, you know. Yeah, you can trade with even that next thing they call it name, the M bridge, which is different from the SWIFT system that you can also use to do trade other than using the United States dollar. The United States is in problem, bro. The United States is not making goods anymore. The United States right now is pushing paper around. Wall Street is their industry. You have to be trading to bring in money for your country to grow. If you don't trade, you run in deficits and you run debts and you get swamped like England, and now America is in the same position.
Yeah.
And you see, Omalo, where people don't understand, and this is why Jamaica get hit this hard, brethren. You see, costs are living so high in our country like Jamaica, which is not supposed to be, brethren. I'ma preach this every day, and people have sense see it. One of the fastest way to get down costs of living, brethren, is to lower the cost of energy. Get cheap energy. Right, VJ?
But you see every time you talk, but here you're going at Jamaican politics.
Bigger.
No, watch out, man. Then the wagwan in my country, me I tell you,
yeah, but hold on, but to how you talk, but hold on. You see to how you talk. Yes.
Watch out, go on now. To get down cost of living, America block from one for something in a virgin. America, where you see there, that's why you see me bring up there and say Jamaica not in no war with no country. I wish you could have stayed neutral. America no business where we are do. But if we do certain things, America will probably do something to we, brethren, like some
manners. Alright. Yeah, manners.
But neutrality in there. Of course, you can get cheaper energy.
America's a funny place still enough. You deal with them kind of have a way for deal with smaller countries still enough. So America is just America. It's a tough situation we're in. RJ, you give a diplomatic reason. Give an easy reason. Say RJ don't have to deal with them. You know? Unless I said that's the easiest stuff that they go come like a war out the thing, you know.
No, I don't worry about war. Let me tell you, I understand the passion.
I know him there. Passion, sorry.
The thing is, alright, the truth of the matter is America is not necessarily a pure capitalist society, which people don't understand. Because they really operate like an imperialist government at times. So you have to, they're not really the truest capitalists. Because how capitalism works, you know, is that goods and services exchange in the free market and that determine prices. Right. That's actually not how the US run. So even when I'm telling you that you need to be a capitalist society, they themselves are not truly capitalist. But that a 10 series lecture that. But yeah. What I'm saying, I understand the displeasure and the dissatisfaction with how things are going now, and they are indeed bad. But all I'm saying, I'm not throwing away anybody's ideas, you know. I'm just saying we have to be careful, because a lot of time, if you follow history, you know, Egypt was an empire. Egypt eventually get displaced with Assyria and Babylon back in the day, right? Ancient Iraq and Medo Persia to Iran. You have the Greeks and the Romans that they arise after that. Then you have the Western Europeans start coming to prominence. Eventually, after that, Western European culminate in the British Empire. After the British Empire, now you have the US with its Western allies. History has taught us, Zine, the only thing that replaces imperial power is our next imperial power. So sometimes we kind of want to get idealistic and say, yo, we want to topple the beast and free people, but a lot of times
just a different beast.
It's just a different monster. So what I'm saying is we have to be careful. All I'm saying is we have to approach things careful, because a lot of times the ideologies don't necessarily work. Monsters replace other monsters.
Okay, about the counter. What do you say?
Because you see, when you say replacing an imperialist with an imperialist. Yeah, what you're talking, when you talk about imperialist, you're talking about from the white people rule, the Caucasian rule. Because remember, Egypt and those places wasn't no imperialist, yeah? So this imperialist rule starts from the Caucasian. And they remember, you have 5,000 year period of rule from different people. So you maybe have this 2,000 year rule from the Caucasian. But remember, in Greece, what they said, what Plato them said, don't wake the dragon. Now they have woken the dragon, and the dragon is not acting like an imperialist. The dragon is acting like an inclusive club where they want to grow with everybody. But the imperialists are trying to maintain the stranglehold of extraction on the rest of people. So it's not that really we are replacing China with America. What we are going to, what the world is looking to do, is to replace the imperialists with a more open market policy of the South Asia countries.
But understand why I say no. But look at the South Asia countries, see? Not even look at the South Asia countries. Look at human nature, Bridget. Don't think because our skin might be a little bit darker, and theirs might be a little lighter, and the hair texture might be a little different. Human nature is human nature, People love power and people love control. Yeah, what I'm saying, history has taught us this. As good and as lovely as it sounds, make somebody seize power for long enough and see what them become.
Remember the Silk Road. Not like that, Bridget. Yeah, remember the Silk Road. Remember the Silk Road in history. It's not about imperialist power with China, bro. China don't seek to be an imperialist power in this world.
Who said it have to necessarily be China? Yeah, I don't want to say China. I never says China.
Omalu. Watch out, man. What on the Omalu? Omalu, me hear RJ say, and a madness in my talk, Bridget. And RJ, you need to wake up, because you know and that the fear America use to driving the people in the country, Bridget, to make it think say America, China, Russia are going to take over on the country, brother. Nothing like that, Bridget.
Diga, no. Hold on, Diga, you know something about it. Hold on, Diga, you know.
Wake up in a Bridget.
Hey, I mean, Bridget, you know something I believe that. It's not a fear of Russia and China. That's not the issue. And you know my policy on the Chinese already. I think a lot of our infrastructure we need to invite more Chinese in the country. And people know that my policy. It's not a fear of the Russians and the Chinese. What I'm saying is that when you topple an establishment, you create a void, right? And once you have a void, something is going to fill that void. So all I'm saying is, whenever you're going to leak down a fence, make sure you understand what's on the other side, because sometimes it can be more dangerous than the fence itself.
I understand what you're saying, but we're not leak down no fence. It's
let me show you, hold on. Let me show you why I think my cautious approach is justified. Let me tell you why. You see, in the 60s and 70s, when you can say, all right, we have a lot of box, we have a lot of sugar cane, we have a lot of banana, with agricultural sector, they are going good. We had 110 different reasons why we should resist a lot of powers. And for whatever happened, whatever reason, it never happened. You see, right, I said in 2024, we now have as much open industries as before, so we don't need to in a massive rush to go make a big decision right now. So I'm saying let us observe and let us learn, let us make notes before we make a big jump and commit.
I understand the way you say, RJ. But what you go on now? Me go give you in the 80s, the 70s and 80s where you talk about when Jamaica had more resources than what it have now. We could have rare. But me tell you what, we don't know if you remember when them spray the sky in Jamaica, when we have a lot of produce and spray the cause a whole heap of disturbance and we crap them. So we could produce as much as we could have produced in terms of like jelly, banana, and even sugar cane to an extent. You understand?
Alright. There you go. What I want to do, I do this between you and RJ and you and RJ. We have someone up top, we have Omalo. So I know you keep answer him. But I make everybody talk freely still. But we just want us, balance it. So before not Omalo, Ingram as a new person, you want to say something, then Omalo again. Because we keep going around him. Ingram, you stay there? Ingram is the name? Ingram and Ingram? Let me see, but right. Ingram and Ingram accounting, are you there? No? You're there on mute. Alright. Omalo, where is it?
Yeah. I'm here. My mic was cool, was mute.
No problem.
I have one question.
Yeah.
Which economy of the world right now is not driven by market forces? That's the one question I have.
None.
Thank you.
No such thing as pure capitalism. Every economy and every market the policies are made by the politician. There is no such thing as natural in no economy. Natural only comes from nature.
Okay. Like the reason, on the bottom of me still, we're still listening and learn, We started off talking about Brics. I heard Brics is not a currency. Brics is just a way to make purchases abroad. So it's exchange. So it's not something to be scared about. Really, like I was scared saying, I need to let go all US money and find a way to have some Brics. It's not like that. It's just when you're making purchasing.
Brics is not trying to replace the dollar system. Brics is embracing the dollar system. Brics will use dollars also too. Brics is not trying to be the dominant force here. China, that's not China. China is not selling an ideology. China is a part of the market economy. That is what China is. The threat that America talk about China is that China is overproducing. China is beating America at the high-end technologies. The high-end. You see what America or China had done. What America or China had done was just be a low-end manufacturing country that manufactures. Yeah, the little fake things them. But as soon as what China did was educate its people, invest its money in education, and now have some of the top universities throughout the world, and now have graduating more engineers throughout the world, have most of the technology patent throughout the world. So when you go to that level, that is when you rise your economy, and now you find they have Huawei challenging America technology. You find they have EV challenging the whole car system. They say we cannot compete with combustion engine. So they take a different route, and now they are leading. So these are the things that really cause America to be threatened.
So question for you. You know so much about American economics and what's going on. So if we're to talk local, you keep up with nothing going on in Jamaica, if you can see.
Just because we don't reach here yet, but when we reach to Jamaica, so clear. You can understand everything that is going on in Jamaica.
All right, there you go. Wait 1 second. You know, say you always have something to say there.
But you see, but you see, what is RJ biggest fear is what happened in the 80s when Michael Manley did a try to move away from America. Just watch it.
We know exactly where they're now.
History repeat itself, And the CIA come in and intervene and create disturbance. A lot of loss of life go on. You see me? Money go there, so machines go there, so all sort of things. We bring cross for them ideas because listen, at the end of the day, America go fight back, you know. You understand?
Man, Naz.
So you know, say things now go transition now go smooth as possible, as the RJ say.
Right, depends on what you're right. Right.
But Jamaica, I feel Jamaica is educated enough. The citizens them matter smart enough to make decisions where I go better the country in terms of put the purchasing. Voila, not shake your head. Voila, the purchasing oil now. We you said Jamaica can get oil for $10 a barrel.
Yeah.
By 2 Brics then.
Right.
While you have pay for it for $90 to the American system then. You are gonna tell me so we are gonna sabotage yourself.
If it's a